Anatomy of a Fall, which is a foreign film that I don't know if it's been picked up by a theater or not yet, or I mean a major label, and it's doing the rounds. I know it came out in August, early August this year, and it's making the rounds right now, and it's getting a lot of publicity. And we got invited to go see it, and Full House Theater. Didn't know what to expect. Definitely saw a trailer when we went to go see The Exorcism. But I didn't want to have to make this a quick one because it's a crazy movie. I'm gonna give my quick thoughts. I'm gonna pass it to you. One of my favorite movies of the year, but for sure, because of how it was shot and what they did with the music. It was a lot of close-up shots and a slow zoom in and pans to make it very jarring, because it's a film about a whodunit murder, or it was a suicide, and it's dealing with a mother, her nearly blind son, and the dad who was either killed or committed suicide. And the whole movie you have to figure out if the mom actually killed him or was she innocent and he committed suicide, because she was the only one there present. And it's called Anatomy of a Fall because he falls from the top room of the house and hits
like the attic or something.
Yeah, exactly. And so the way the movie is done is very realistic as far as putting you in the place of the jury and the audience. And I've never felt like that before, as far as like I'm in the movie. That's how realistic it was, and it's not it's none of the actors I ever seen before, so it was even easier to get drawn into the film. And like I said, I mentioned the music before. You have 50 Cent's PIMP, but played like as a cover, like in a French style, as an instrumental that's being played, and it's actually being played in the movie. It's part of the movie. And you have the little boy who plays the piano, and every time he plays the piano, it becomes a part of the score of the film. And I really picked up on that fast. And like I said, the way it was directed, as far as like the zoom ins and how the camera slow tracked and fast tracked forward and backwards, was super dope to me. And it was one shot in the film that I actually loved a lot. It probably would have fit perfectly in a horror film, because this can technically be considered a thriller. And I just had a great time with it. And the way it ends is not a definite answer. It has like that Inception type of ending, where you have to kind of assume what happened, or you put the clues together yourself to give yourself an answer. And I love it even more because even at the end of the day, we've seen the same movie, we have two different conclusions. But my real quick rating, I'll give it I'm gonna give it the real deal. I also give this a 9.5. Only thing I can knock about it is maybe the runtime. I might have felt it a little bit because it's like 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Whew. Yeah, it's pretty long, but yeah, like he said, for me, I don't mind the runtime. I didn't feel like 2 hours and 30 minutes. Very great acting, great camera angles. It wasn't a lot of fluff. You know, it wasn't a lot of it wasn't any CGI. It was a straight courtroom drama, but you leapt in and out of what actually happened or people's opinions. Like he said, it puts you into the shoes of like a juror or something if you just watching the case from the outside. And like he said, they left the ending like super ambiguous, so you don't really know what happened. You literally like a juror.
They do give you like bits and pieces of what happened, but they don't give you a conclusion. Like you still have that. It's still ambiguous, even with the clues they give you.
They give you like different scenarios about what might have happened. Like because it's called, like he said, Anatomy of a Fall, and the husband falls out of the thing. So they show you how he might have fallen, or how she might have killed him, and how he might have hit his head, or what different happened. But there's no like definitive answer on how to do it.
Yeah,
and like he said, it's about a woman and her husband, or a family who moves to I guess it's the French Alps. Yeah. I'm assuming it is.
Yeah, it's out the way. Yeah.
And they're what is it called? Renovating a house.
The father is.
So and it just goes through like the ups and downs of any relationship. and how you could like magnify such a small thing to make, especially when somebody dies, you can magnify anything to make it seem like, you know, like that was, all right, this is why she killed him, or, you know, this is why he committed suicide. We don't know at the end of the day, but you can obviously have a strong opinion on whatever one. We was talking about it the whole ride home.
Yeah, no. Like I said, to me it left clues to make me feel the way I felt. But then again, he still was on the opposite end of how I felt about it. And it's interesting because the wife and the husband are both writers, and so they really good at telling stories. And every little bit of information comes into play or whatever. And even the son, who was supposed to be who's like somewhat blind, plays an incredible part in the film, which is super necessary because he has to take the stand or whatever and give his piece. And it's just really one of those jarring movies that you really gotta you really got to give it a chance. Like I said, the runtime might be a little sketchy. He didn't feel it, but you definitely got to give it a chance. What would you rate it, in your opinion?
Yeah, I'm going to give it the real deal, 9.3. I gave it that when I first saw it, and the more I think about it.
But how you feel about the end, though?
How the end, that's the only reason I'm not giving it like super high, because so it's one of those endings, like he said, it's like Inception, where it's like you don't know whether she did it or not. They never tell you. So me, I like a little bit more the like
definitive
answer. Like I want to know. At least give me like a wink, or like,
especially the fact that it's a crime, like drama documentary style. Like you really want to be like, you want to get that satisfying feel. But for some reason I was satisfied because, like I said, I came with the conclusion I came up with because of the clues and things that happened within the movie. And it made it a little bit more palatable. You know what I'm saying? Like I completely understand. Like with Inception, it's a sci-fi fantasy movie where like it's a lot of action, it's a lot of fun. So you kind of more held together with that. But with this one, you like really on the edge of your seat. Like, are you going to tell us? Are you going to tell who? Wait, what actually happened? What actually happened? And when they don't show you what actually happened, you just have to go off of what you, how you felt the jury to played everything out. It can leave you one more. I get it.
It definitely leaves you with the feeling of, like you said, wanting more. It leaves you with the feeling of unease almost, because it's like, you know, maybe if she did kill him, then it's like, damn, she a murderer and just got off with it.
Yeah.
And she was able to hold it together the whole time. Yeah. And like actually show emotion about it, which, you know, it's the signs of a psychopath. Somebody who could just cry and like, you know what I mean? But, you know, it definitely left it open for discussion, and we discussed the movie a long time after we
yeah, and that's why I really like I love when movies can do that. And so that's why I had to give it like a kind of a high praise. And the only reason they didn't get the real deal dopeness for me is because of the runtime.
The only reason they didn't get it from me is because of the ending.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's another thing. Like, we don't agree on it, but that's what make good movies.
Trailer was dope.
Yeah, trailer was fantastic. Fantastic trailer. So definitely check out the trailer, Anatomy of a Fall, if you get a chance. And if you get a chance at your local theater, definitely I recommend to check it out because it's definitely doing the numbers. And so far, the reviews I've seen and heard, the headlines, it's solid. It's doing good. But we already kept you for a long time. We want to let you guys get out of here. If you're new here, please hit that sub button. If you are returning, please hit that thumbs up. It helps the video out a lot. And of course, hit that
notification bell
so you'll be up to date when we drop shit. And you know, you'll be able to keep it real with the Real Squad.